Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't put the blame on you. Fool me 3 times, fuck the peace sign, load the chopper, let it rain on you. What's up, my dudes? Oh my God. This is pretty much an unavoidable situation right here between Friese, I've still never figured out really how to say his name because I just don't really care to ever say his name, and Justin Brayton, okay? So, yeah, if you're even remotely like a motocross fan, you've probably already seen all the crazy news stories about, Vincey. I'm just going to start calling him Vincey because I don't want to say his last name. It's too complicated. Vincey, okay? We've been seeing all this stuff about, like, well, I mean, this ain't the first time, right? Anytime there's one of these kind of guys in sports where they're involved in some bullshit, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but so many times you can't even count anymore. Michael Alessi, lasers, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of one of those things of like, if they do it 3, 4, 5, 6 times, they're just involved in some weird shit, weird takeouts, just doing weird stuff. I don't even know the words for that Michael Alessi, Vincey. I don't even know what that is, right? But this is not Vincey's first rodeo, okay, when it comes to this kind of crazy shit. So if you don't know, what I'm basically talking about here is apparently Vincey supposedly tried to pay a dude like $2,000 or something like that to take out Justin Brayton, which is on his own fucking team. He's a teammate. They're teammates. I can't, bro. What is this world coming to, bro? I don't know. But one thing I will say is, you gotta have the villains in any good story, okay? Right? You can't really have the heroes without the villains. You can't really have the peaks without the valleys. You can't really you know what I'm saying? So, in a way, it's like, if you never had the Vinceys and the Alessis and the Barshis and all these other guys, would it really be as much fun to watch? And like, this gives us something to talk about. This has made, all these different motocross news outlets, made them a bunch of money. I mean, it's just like, you know what I'm saying, though? It's like you got to respect the, no matter how crazy or insane or what the fuck is that guy doing, you got to have the villains. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to get at there? But yeah, this is about as much as you can go with that when it comes to pro motocross or supercross. I'm sure there's a lot of guys like Vincey should be totally kicked out of any kind of racing in the future. And it's just like, I don't even know like how to explain that to people, like how crazy that would be to actually try to pay off somebody to take out a guy that's on your own team. And by the way, this is so funny because it's like, this is the same team that has sort of been originated around like the Alessi, well, one of the Alessi brothers is like a nobody, but, obviously Michael Alessi believed the hype, bro. But anyways, again, I'm nowhere near any of these dudes' levels in real life. So, but, I'm still going to make fun of your crazy ass shit that you do. Okay. So, but anyways, it's just interesting how that whole MotoConcepts, I'm pretty sure Michael Alessi's dad is still the one that's like the manager of it or whatever the hell. So it's just funny because it's like you're getting Vincey, which is like, it directly seems to be like a carry-on Michael Alessi. I mean, it's just like, oh my gosh, man. But yeah, I technically wasn't there whenever Vincey supposedly offered this dude $2,000 or whatever it was, but I think Justin Brayton actually ended up coming out and confirming that, I'm pretty sure. So it was like, first of all, Brayton was like, You know, nobody's surprised that Vincey would try to take me out, guy on his own team, all that kind of stuff. But then the info came out that Vincey actually tried to pay off a dude, and I don't think the guy, like, accepted the money, or I don't know exactly how all that went down. I haven't looked too deep into it, but that's kind of besides the point. I mean, it's just like, if that really is actually true, which I think that it is, and it would not shock me from Vince doing something like that, okay? It's one of those things, if you have a record of doing stupid-ass shit, and then at this point, it's like, I just believe that Vince tried to pay somebody just because of his past record, you know? I don't even have to really see all that much proof of it. It's just like, okay, yeah, that's probably what happened. You know what I'm saying? So, and I mean, it's just like, these guys got to understand, like Vince and Mike Alessi and all these other laser ass dudes, you know, they got to understand that, like, you're in the public eye. You can't just, this isn't like the 90s or some shit where you can try to pay somebody under the table to take somebody out and nobody's going to find out, or like you can do some crazy shit on the track and nobody's going to see it. Like, you can't do that anymore. There's too much social media. There's too many cameras on the track. There's too much, you just can't get away with it anymore, you know? And that's one of those things. I feel like that is an interesting thing. I guess it's a little bit like conspiracy theorist-y kind of sort of, but it really makes you sit down and think, how many other times has this happened throughout any kind of sports? You know, it's just insane. And there's some people out there that think that, oh, people aren't even really cheating on MX Simulator RF Pro Racing. No, people ain't really. Bro, look what they're doing in real life with cameras everywhere and real shit involved. And you think there ain't motherfuckers trying to scam and, you know, do dumb shit under the table on MX Sim with the RF Pro Racing? Come on. Let's just keep it real right now, okay? Bro, I'm one of those kind of guys that, like, I understand what happens. This world is not what you think it is, okay? Everybody tries to look at everything as a, like, face value, or, oh, them guys wouldn't really do dumb shit like that, or what kind of person would do such a thing? And a lot of people get that weird mentality of like, well, we'll just assume that nobody's that crazy to do that, to do these crazy things. But the reality of it is, human nature is crazy. People can be very, just like, unexpectedly do weird, under the table, shady, cheating, scamming, key sharing, hacking. I mean, there's so many different ways to scam this world. Do you know what I mean? And human nature is just weird like that. If there's money involved, or there's like some sort of clout or fame, some people will do anything. They literally don't have a meter where it's like, okay, that's morally, I just can't fucking do that. You know, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. Like, for me personally, if I was to ever cheat or scam or do anything like that, like on MX Sim, which I never would, never have, never would in a million fucking years, because that, for me, that would eliminate the entire purpose of it. Like, if I was to go out there and cheat or pay somebody under the table or do something, then it would, like, in my head personally, it would erase all of the feeling of actually accomplishing something or winning, or, you know what I mean? But for some people, they don't even have that moral thing in their head. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta look at it like, what is the possibility? What is all the possibilities of what a human could do? Not, let's just assume they're not doing it. You got to take everything into consideration. That's all I'm going to say about that. People really need to wake up to that. Like, people just don't realize how other people really can be, you know? And anyways, I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's just like Michael Alessi reincarnated. You know what I'm saying? That's literally what Vince Friese is. So, and we've seen all of the Michael Alessi situations, you know, him standing on Home Dog's bike way back there, right? I think Michael Alessi was the one that just wide opened into the side of, what was that, Brock Tickle? One of the most obvious wide open takeouts, like literally to the point where it's like fucking dangerous. Like, Smithy Boy just spitting facts out here. I mean, that's just all there is to it. So, anyways, I hope this situation gets looked into a lot deeper. Because you just can't have that kind of shit. I mean, you can't have it. At that high level of racing like that, you got to get those kind of guys out of there, man. You got to get them out of there, man. So, yeah, especially when it's paying somebody to take somebody else out, that's like a whole nother level. I mean, paying anybody under the table for any sort of advantage in a professional sport is terrible, because then you're basically obliterating any sort of like legitimacy to it, you know. So then it's like, what the fuck's the point in any of it? People like that kind of ruin the whole thing. There's a lot of guys like that's done that with MX Simulators Pro Racing. They've done some dumb shit and then basically pointed out that all the little cracks and crevices of the RF Pro Racing and how many different weird little things they can do to try to scam the game. And it's the same way in real life, you know, real life racing or any other kind of sport. Trust me, there's 101 different ways to scam the shit. If you want to be a bad person, if you want to be an ingenuine person, if you want to be just a shitty kind of person, yeah, there's plenty of ways to scam stuff. There's plenty of ways to fake your way to the top or whatever you want to call it. But like, bro, I don't know how Vince is going to come back from this one. You know what I mean? That to me is like the final nail in the coffin. Like, it just is. And again, I wasn't literally there when Vince, supposedly did this or whatever, but apparently it's been confirmed, so I'm just gonna go with that. At this point, it's like the past history of Vince. It's like you just about have to believe that that's what really happened at this point, and that's why you got to be careful. Every little thing you do, people are going to start losing confidence in you. They're going to start, and so then any other thing that happens in the future, it's like, okay, well, we're probably just going to believe what Justin Brayton is saying over Vince Friese. You know what I'm saying? So, and Justin Brayton, it's like, it's so crazy. You got like both polar opposites of types of riders. Like, Justin Brayton wouldn't pay somebody under the table to take somebody out in 1 trillion years. You know what I mean? He wouldn't do something like that in 1 trillion years. And the fact that Vince, again, what I'm saying is, of course, you got to be careful. Anything you read or hear on the internet, you got to be careful, because it's just another human saying whatever or typing whatever. But my point being is, it's like, of all people you could do that to, do something like that to, Brayton? Like, really? Brayton, bro? That's like, I mean, it's one thing to pay money under the table to get Barsha taken out or something because he took you out last week. I mean, that's like a whole different situation, even though that's bullshit too. Don't get me wrong, but like, this is a whole nother level. I mean, it really is. So I hope all the people at World Supercross really dig into this situation, try to get as much information as they can about it, and I hope AMA Supercross looks into all this shit and decides what they're going to do with Vince after this. I really hope that happens, but, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen after this point, but, like, that's pretty... I don't see how Vincey can come back from this one. I really don't. I just don't. And this is going to be all kinds of grenades to the MotoConcept team and Brayton and, you know what I mean? And Michael Alessi's dad. I mean, Michael Alessi's dad... was his name Tony Alessi, I think, or whatever? He's had to cover up and deal with a lot of these kind of situations with his sons in the past. So this is no new thing for Tony Alessi. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really a surprise. I think on their Insta, like, he limited was it Insta or Twitter or some shit? He like limited the comments or whatever. I don't know. it's a shit show and a half. But anyways, this is just another prime reminder of there is no limit to what some humans will do. You know what I mean? There is no bottom for some of these people. It's just like, I don't even know. I don't even know any other way to say it or explain it, but I'm just telling you, anytime you get this thought or RF tries to convince you that, oh, but there's nobody really hacking in the pro racing. Oh, these guys wouldn't really do that shit. well, I hate to tell you, but a lot of times in this world, it is what you think it is. It is that, if you think like, well, shit, man, it seems like people are doing this, or in the case of RF or pro racing on MXM, there literally was people doing it. They caught people doing key sharing, hacking, yada, yada, yada. They caught people doing it. So it's not even a question. It's like, anyways, my point being is don't ever let your guard down. All you straight, moral thinking people, you got to keep your guard up. You got to, and people are going to try to call you like a conspiracy theorist or well, this dude just always thinks the worst or whatever. But the reality of it is, from what I've personally seen in this world, a lot of times it's exactly what you think it is. A lot of times, if you think there's some bullshit going down, there's probably some bullshit going down. And that's all I got to say, bro.